There it goes, sexiest podcast on the network. It was like a delayed click on my computer. I was like, ugh.
Right.
Why is nothing switching?
Because it hates us.
It does.
As always. Yeah.
Hey, Brian, how's it going, man?
Oh, not too bad, Tony. How you doing?
I'm super thirsty right now, actually.
What? Do you not have
I do
drinks?
have drinks, but I was waiting to
Oh,
get into them until we started recording because I know how I am with liquid. You know,
can't be trusted
can't
after
be
like 6
trusted.
p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm currently having a delicious Oktoberfest from Twin Oast Brewing
Okay.
called Prost.
I guess that makes sense.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy.
Okay.
You ready for a pint day tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, I'm actually pretty excited.
Hoping we get there in time to, or that we're one of the people that can get pints. I don't know what the limitations are. I saw Ernest said the first 100.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh shit, we might not be able to get a glass.
Yeah. Because I don't know when places open, but
Oh boy. Now
yeah,
I'm like a little annoyed.
I know. Well, it's like it kind of sucks because it's like breweries are open all day, but a lot of people don't even have a chance to go until 5, 6
Yeah, I
o'clock. So
know. I mean, some of us like work during the day and can't just day
yeah.
drink like we wanna. Oh.
Right? That's all right. Just call off tomorrow. It'll be fine. While you're at it, might as well call off Wednesday too. We can get nutty.
Yeah, get fucking crazy, boys.
Yep.
All right, I'm pulling up Inside the Five's Facebook
Yeah.
because I would like to think if there's a limit, there would be like, hey guys, stupid
Yeah.
whatever's happening.
Now it is possible maybe Ernest, it's the original location has the limit, I think. Or no, they only have it downtown, don't they?
Nah, they got downtown and they still got the one in South Toledo.
So maybe they split theirs, but Inside the Five's got multiple locations too, don't they?
Yeah, they got one in Perrysburg and one by us. Well, they don't have. I know they posted something about it. I can't find it because Facebook's
Yeah,
just shitty. And
fair
this is
enough.
shout out to you, Zuckerberg. It's shitty. And so was all the hoops I had to jump through over the weekend to play my fucking Oculus again. Because
Oh
now
yeah?
it's the meta.
Oh God, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, because one of my like favorite games on I have on my headset just got an update, and I was like, well, shit, I want to check this update out now, you know.
Yeah.
So I fired the old beast up, and the first thing was all my games need to be updated naturally.
Which, I mean that's
It's
understandable because
understandable.
most systems are like that.
So
Yeah.
I'm updating the game. I'm waiting. I'm like, all right, I'll just come back. Come back. I'm like, hell yeah. The game I want to play is updated. I start like loading the game up, and then the
Yeah.
headset pops up. Oh, system update. So we're gonna just reset this bitch. Yeah.
Oh
So I was
jeez.
like, oh, all right. And then so I had to wait like another day.
Mm.
And then when I fired it back up again, it's like, welcome to meta.
Ah,
I'm like, okay, just give me to my. And then I had to go through all this. Like, here's where it pissed me off.
right.
It's like, well, to use this device, you must sign up on meta.activate or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But the link pops up on your headset. So I'm like,
Okay.
okay, so I got to take the headset off and get my phone out and go to the link. And then I
Yeah.
go through the step, they're like, oh, sign in with your, face page account because you're a face page person and all that. And I
Yeah.
get everything going again. I'm like, all right, I think I'm ready. It has like a pop that says you must activate your device. I'm like, okay, it's already been activated, but whatever. So I
Hmm.
pop the headset back on, and there's just like, oh, to activate your device, here's this 10-digit code,
Oh
and you
jeez.
have to go to this other website and enter it.
Wow, that's a lot of
Yeah, and
really
so,
stupid
but the
steps.
code's on your headset. You can't type on your phone with your headset on. You can't see
Uh,
your
uh,
screen.
so I guess you need to have someone else in the room, like, hey, type this
Well,
in.
it looked like I was like calling in artillery. I had the thing like kind of in front of my face so I could see it, at the right
Right.
angle because of lenses.
Yeah.
It was a disaster.
That's really
Like
stupid.
fuck you, Zucks.
Yeah. Jeez, dude. Jeez, dude. So it looks like Inside the Five on their
Hmm.
Instagram just says, come in and get a limited edition glass. So
Well, I mean, I would like to get a glass, but I guess if not, whatever.
I guess we go have some tasty
We
beers
got some
either way.
tasty
But
beers. Yeah.
I'm like you. I want one of those pint
Yeah,
glasses.
that was like I saw a pint day. I was like, I got kind of excited. I was like, oh, that would be fucking fun. Yeah.
I don't know why pint day's on a damn weekday though.
Well,
It's a little
weird
weird.
news.
You know.
Yeah, I don't know if
You,
it's something that they do, like if it's an anniversary thing for some reason.
yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
sure they got a website. Ohio, the
Oh
pint.
damn, dude. We missed in 2 days they got Name That Tune Country Music. We should go to that.
What? Fuck yeah.
Anyway, moving
I
on.
mean, my kids are supposed to come over for dinner, but they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Ne-
country singing, name that tune or whatever.
Well, they can come with us. They might be able to help us.
Yeah, that's true.
'Cause you and I are sure as hell not going to know any of those songs. I doubt they will either, but
Um,
yeah.
yeah, I was trying to read about why it was on today, but it doesn't say. I'm on OhioCraftBeer.org. That's who organizes it.
Uh,
There
I
you go,
see.
Ohio Pint Day. I'll click that. And it's the same thing. Okay, I have no idea.
Fair enough.
No clue, bro. No clue. I guess I can. Here. I mean, I'll pull up the website. Yeah, this art that you see on there is what's wrapped around the pint glass. And that's why Brian and I want it. Because
Yeah.
it looks cool as fuck.
Right.
It honestly looks like my Beat Saber setup with all these like 80s fun colors.
Sounds sensual.
It's so sensual. The sensualist of sensuality or something.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's fair. I gotta tell you, I gotta check in my Prost, Brian. So
Yeah.
how have you been, my guy?
Oh, I've been all right.
Yeah.
Again, I just need to. I'm scrolling Twitter looking for Inside the Five. I just need to quit doing that
Yeah.
because
Fuck them
I'm
guys,
so
am I
not
right?
paying enough attention. uh, yeah. So, yeah, it's been, pretty boring week.
Yeah.
We just, unfortunately, our lovely warm weather has decided to take a week off.
I mean, I'm okay with it, kind of, sorta.
Yeah, that's understandable, but like I had to wear jeans, man. Like that's bullshit.
You didn't
I want
have
to live
to.
somewhere.
You could have.
Well,
You
I
could have
kind
manned up.
yeah, I did today when I went out, and it was colder today than the other day when I wore jeans. But yeah, today would have been the better day to wear them because it was freaking raining and windy
Yeah, I
and
mean, in general, the weather just was shit today.
yeah. Well, I hate this because seasonal depression. I already have depression, and then seasonal depression kind of flares up because everything just looks blah. I've talked about it, year after year on here.
Yeah.
And today was one of those days where you really like you're outside. And like I said, it's rainy. It's not real rainy, but it's a little rainy. The rain's real cold. It's windy. The sky's just gray, and you're just like, ugh,
Like my
you know,
interior of
yeah,
my skull.
you just look at it and you're just like, because like living in this area, that before long, it's like there's gonna be like 4 or 5 months of this before it starts getting sunny again.
Right.
And it's just like, so. But what can you do?
Yep.
Could
Exactly.
be worse. I mean, we could be, right, staring down the barrel of a hurricane right now, and we're not. So
That's
what do
true.
we're fortunate.
Plus, you're talking about a delicious beach cocktail.
Well, that'd be fine,
Yeah.
but unless it was that hurricane you had made for
I
you.
mean, that was good. It faded me for the rest of the day, but
But yeah, hopefully anyone who's listening, and I know we have a few friends that live down there and stuff. Hopefully everybody makes it through that.
batten down
Look,
the hatches or something.
boy, yeah, it's looking like it's gonna be a rough one.
Yeah, that's rough, buddy.
Anyway, now that I've brought us all down,
That's all right. Thanks, Brian.
yeah.
Landing gears for the end of the show.
Oh,
Oh, whoops.
whoopsies,
Whoops a daisy.
whoops a daisy.
Whoops a
Yeah,
daisy.
I What am I done? I'm trying to think. I finished. I think I said last week I finished Ted Lasso, right?
Yes.
Okay, or caught up on it. I shouldn't say
Do,
finished because
do you have the answer for my Instagram post I put up on our account, by the way?
I don't. I saw your post and I was like, that's actually a good
So
question. But
on our Instagram, which is Salty Language Pod,
mm,
or is it just Salty Language?
I don't know.
It's whatever. It's Salty Language on Instagram.
I always forget.
Oh, I'm looking at it. Yeah, it's at Salty Language. Okay, Jesus Christ, Tony, move on with it. So we're walking in the Spirit Halloween, right? And
Yeah.
on our Instagram, I took a picture of it. In the whole window, there's a dude that's clearly supposed to be Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
And I scoured that store looking for the costume just because I wanted to know what it said, like
right.
what they called it. And
Right.
I couldn't find it. So, of course, on the way out, I took a picture and I put it up online because I wanted to hear what people were saying. I mean, I guess now that I hyped it up, I might as well say what they said, right?
So I'm assuming you got tons of answers, right?
No, I got two.
Excellent.
But I'll take them.
Yeah, fair enough.
Mike Follick says definitely comedy coach. It's pretty accurate.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be something like Fred Roper, you know?
No. Oh, you know what? Let me just.
What if? I mean, they can't because it's in the show, but it would be funny if they did Led Tasso, because without giving anything, I mean, it gives a little away, but it's not really story related. But he's trying to act like a tough guy, so he has a like Led Tasso character, to where instead of being the aw shucks guy, he comes out and he's just a hard ass on everybody.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to pull this up for the people, Brian. I'm sorry.
Also, I have an official answer to your question.
do
I
you
actually
now?
have it from their website. I can tell you what it is. Yep. And you're going to be really disappointed.
No. Well,
Although
Jesus Christ.
I kind of want to go as Ted Lasso.
Sorry, gang. I'm trying to pull this up on our thing, and things are going sideways. My stupid dog
Jeez,
barking.
dude.
I don't know what the hell's happening anymore. What's real?
No.
There we go.
Nothing. It's all simulation.
Steve Zero, he called it American Biscuit Baker.
That's a good one. Again, that's only good if you've seen. Well, you have to have seen the first episode.
Fair enough.
You know, if you haven't seen the first episode, you won't get that, but it's good.
So
also, that kind of gives something away. So spoilers. So sorry about that.
So what is the official title for this?
Adult Ted Lasso costume kit.
Really? That's what it is?
Looks like it's licensed because it's got the oh shit, I forgot the name of the team. It's got the logo on the sweater. Yeah.
Okay.
But it looks like all it is a mustache and the sweater.
Yeah, I know. It's I mean, because I've seen like 2 episodes of the show. I was like, I know what that's supposed to be, but
right.
I didn't know. See, I haven't seen enough of it to recognize the logo.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah. No, it's just funny though, because like when he's out on the pitch, you know, coaching, he usually, you know, sometimes he's got a visor on and sunglasses. So it's like I'm surprised they didn't at least kind of go a little. I mean, you know, you could always add that yourself, but the visor would have been, you know, a nice move at least.
Oh, it's got the visor, Brian.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, the picture I have. If you look at our live feed there, sir.
The one I'm looking at just is. Oh, I see. They have a whole Ted Lasso section.
They have a section.
Yeah,
they don't have it at our local Spirit Halloween. I'll tell you that much.
Well, I mean on the website, you know, but because they've got. Yeah, because they have a costume if you want to be the boss. If you want to be one of the footy players.
The old footy.
Even if your kid wants to be a footy player, they can do it. And then they also have like where he's in like, you know, warm up jacket and track pants and the hoodie and stuff. So the one I was looking at was the cheap option, which is the Ted Lasso where he's just in. Well, no, because the one in the. Wait a minute. So I'm looking at 2. They have 2 listed here. One says adult Ted Lasso tracksuit costume, $59.99.
Right.
One says adult Ted Lasso costume kit, $21.99. And the picture's the same, except the guy has glasses on in the cheaper version.
Oh, interesting.
which
Well,
makes no
the
sense.
cheaper
But
one is the one that they have in their window.
okay.
Yeah.
I wonder what it's the real difference is. Anyway, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so there you go. It looks like they're officially licensed.
Wow. I mean, I guess I'm not terribly surprised, but at the same time, I was
Yeah.
kind of surprised when you said that.
Well, they do have a pretty big list of, actual license characters.
Well, it's like,
You know,
but you go, like, when we were
but
going
you go in
through
the
it,
store.
like, there's the Egyptian section. It's just like
Yeah.
Pharaoh, Sun Warrior,
Right. Right.
So I was just expecting, because I didn't know it was licensed. I just knew what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I was like, who's this, fucking Richard Cowroper or something?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Or given that Believe is a big thing through the show, it'd been like, Ted Believer or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah, there you go. Yes.
And you're like, oh yeah,
Like, oh,
okay, I get it.
I get it.
Clearly Ted Lasso, but it isn't Ted Lasso.
It's
Okay.
Ted Believer.
Ted Believer.
Ted Believer.
Yep.
And then I saw Ted's face.
Yeah.
My rugged sharks are assaulting me.
Sorry about that.
Oh, man.
But I started a show on Apple TV called Loot.
Loot?
Yeah, and it stars Maya Randolph.
Okay.
Wait, Randolph or Rudolph? Did I say that
Rudolph.
wrong? Rudolph. Why did I say
Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Yeah, Maya Rudolph. And it's like her and Adam Scott are a married couple. She finds out he cheats on her. And she basically, it's similar, like from that point, it's similar to like the Bezos divorce.
I thought you were going to say
She
misery.
inherits like $80 billion basically.
Okay.
And she also finds out that she has a charity, and she wants to go be part of it. And of course, because she's so out of touch, every time they're going to do like a ribbon cutting for this center to help people that are unhoused.
Right.
And she gets like a whole fleet of Escalades for them to roll up in.
Nice.
And the head of the charity's like, that's probably a bad look for us to roll up in these $100,000 Escalades
like, no,
or
but
whatever.
It's not.
So she's, kind of like that, and of course, as time goes on, I'm sure I'm only like 4 episodes in, but it's like as time goes on, she'll probably, click a little more. And of course, she'll bring things to the table that the other person will appreciate. But it's funny. It's, it's been pretty funny. It's a decent show. So
Nice.
yep. Ron Funches is in it.
Thin Ron Funches.
Thin Ron Funches, yeah.
He's no longer bunches of funches.
No.
I don't think he ever was, but that's what I like to say.
Right.
Actually, that sounds like a delicious snack.
Like a cereal.
Bunches?
I don't know why.
Yes, dude.
He should have had Funches or Funches Bunch. I don't know. Funches Bunches sounds more like a kids' TV. Like join Funches Bunches.
Yeah, like he came out of a cartoon. It was about like him and his like all his friends living in a junkyard playing music.
I was just gonna say it's basically Fat Albert, but it's with him and his comedy friends.
Now,
or
Funches
something.
Bunches. It makes me think of like toffee corn or something.
Right.
Which
Bunches of Funches sounds like a cereal though, for sure.
Also, by the way, toffee corn should for sure be a British corn cover band.
Oh my. But yeah, it's good. But unfortunately, I believe today is the day that my Apple Plus runs out. So
I mean, you can always sign up for more, Brian. They just need some of your soul.
I can. Well, it's only like $5.99. I mean, my soul's worth slightly more than that, like $6.05 or so. So. But I don't know. If I'll sign up now, or I may wait a little bit.
I mean, as because I partake in your past episode, as you and Henna were talking about.
Yeah.
How many streaming services do you really need?
Yeah. Well, that's it too, right? It's like, so yeah, I might just see if there's somebody I know out there that maybe has Apple Plus, where like, hey, can I borrow this for a little bit?
How about you hook me up?
Because I just want to finish that season out in Central Park.
There's always piracy.
Yeah, there's a lot more on Apple Plus than I knew there was.
Uh-huh.
Like when you start flipping through stuff, it's like there's some interesting looking movies and shows and stuff on there. But
Did you check out the live cam of Steve Jobs' grave? Sick.
yeah, it's pretty good.
Fucking sick.
Yeah, but yeah, that's basically about all I've been watching.
Yeah.
I haven't really watched a whole bunch. I mean, I've been watching Bob's Burgers because it's Bob's Burgers. So
I mean, I don't think besides, I think we finished the season finale of What We Do in the Shadows. That might have been the week before, though, honestly.
yeah,
we
well,
haven't
that's
really watched anything. Watched a lot of football over the weekend. That's about it.
yeah, nice.
You know?
Yeah, I got to catch up on What We Do in the Shadows. I've got the kind of lineup in my head of the next thing is I got to finish Sandman still, and then once I finish Sandman, I'll decide from there. But probably What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah, and we haven't started watching Andor yet.
I haven't either. Yeah.
I was hoping he did.
I still got, yeah.
I was thinking about it today. I was like, shit. Brian's gonna talk about this, and I'm not ready.
No, I really haven't
Okay,
because I've
we're
been
good.
trying to get through everything I wanted to watch on Apple Plus while I had it.
I mean, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You gotta milk that cow when it's
while it's free.
ready or something.
Yes,
While it's
sir.
plump.
Plump. Yeah.
Milk that cow while it's
thick.
yes.
Whatever. I don't know.
Man, we watched a bird get fucking murdered in our neighbor's yard.
Oh, I thought maybe you pulled up the old video of Randy Johnson throwing that slide.
I've seen that a million times.
Shit.
It's crazy. No, it was I think it was Saturday morning. We were sitting out there eating breakfast because it's cool and nice, and in the summertime, my front porch, you walk out there and you just die immediately.
Yeah, right.
So right now is the time to use it. But we're out there having our breakfast, having our coffee, and Michelle just goes, "Why is that bird sitting on that other bird?" And I look over, and there's like this slightly larger than like a pigeon, but smaller than a crow.
Mm-hmm.
Bird just fucking curb stomping another bird.
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh shit, that's like a falcon or a hawk or I don't know what it is, but that's a predatory bird." I'm like, "It's murking that dove." Being a dove.
Uh-oh.
And then it was just kind of standing on it, and then it'd be like, "Hacha, hacha, 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 hacha."
Dang.
And then eventually the little dude stopped moving, and he flew off with the corpse.
Wow. All right.
I was like, "Whoa." So then me, I was like, all right, I got to figure out what that was. So I just Googled, predatory birds of Ohio.
Right.
Got this list of raptors, man, from the DNR. And apparently it's called a merlin, a.k.a. the pigeon hawk. Which is very appropriate considering what its breakfast was.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, but I had no. I mean, I've never seen one. They look like a big fat pigeon with like knives.
All right.
Like you remember the Good Feathers? Like that.
Yeah.
Like gangster pigeons.
Was David Attenborough narrating the whole thing?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was pretty wild. I mean, I when I lived up in Michigan, I would see hawks doing shit all the time, but that's the first time I've seen it in this neighborhood.
Man,
I know it's like
tells you you're living in a bad neighborhood.
I know, murder one door down.
Yeah, murder hawks out there.
Hawks.
Yeah.
Sweet name for a hockey team.
Also, if anyone's listening, that's a wrestling reference. But
sorry,
there's a guy that Lance Archer. He's known as the Murder Hawk Monster.
Do you have a mohawk?
I don't know how to describe it. It's not really a mohawk, but he's only got hair and. No, it's he has hair where a mohawk would be, but they're in like these long like braids. They go down to like his ass, basically.
No, we don't like that.
I mean, I wouldn't say it to his face. He'd absolutely kill you.
That's fine, but we don't like that.
Yeah.
I totally forgot, Brian. There might be people chatting with us right now, and I never pulled up the damn thing.
Cheeto is in the chat. He says he's a chicken hawk.
Oh, nice.
He says he's at work, but he'll be by. So
I'm a chicken hawk.
Nobody else loves us. It's fine.
I mean, yeah, it's mutual love.
Yeah.
Something.
Yep. Chicken hawk. I'm assuming he's referencing shit, I can't think of the character's name, but with Foghorn Leghorn.
I hope so, because I know it's also an ICP reference.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you know that.
I do. I do.
I'm glad I didn't, and I'm sorry you
I know
did.
it's some of that OG ICP, from our youth. That's the only reason I know it, because some people that I hung out with liked ICP, so you'd be in the car just listening to it, like,
Ugh.
yeah.
How'd you not just take a header out the window or something?
I know, right? Oh, thank God, he just cleared it up. This is the Foghorn Leghorn reference.
All right,
Thank
good,
God.
good. I figured so, given the our age. I figured it was something more
You
like
never
that.
know. He might, Cheeto might be an underground juggalo. We don't know.
Yeah. Also, he says that's chicken head. I'm assuming he's meaning the ICP reference. And if so, that
would make
that
more
is also,
sense, because I'll be honest, I've been trying to block it out for 25 years.
Yeah, that term was also referenced on Chappelle's show one time, where they did a trivia game where they brought in people to see if they knew like hood slang.
Ah. Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anywho.
So that was your week, because I've really not done much.
It was all right, man. Obviously, my first week back to work from
was awesome.
vacation. So it's I think it was about Thursday I stopped being like, had thoughts of self-harm going.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, work is work's work, whatever. It is what it is. But
your favorite thing, right?
My favorite thing. But then, like 5 days of misery brings you 2 days
Wasn't
of
that a
goodness.
Metallica song?
It could be.
Isn't that a line in a Metallica? It's not. It's was it My Friend Is Misery or something like
I like 5 days of misery.
Yeah. Does sound like either a metal band.
Yes, definitely.
Or at least a title of an album / song. It could for sure be any of those three things.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it leads you to your weekend. Although I did work Saturday morning, so whatever. But but yeah, no, your co-host there on the Crazy Life shot me the old texterino on Friday, like, hey, what are you and Michelle doing Saturday? And immediately I was like, oh God, what does she want? What's happening? I don't understand, because anytime, like, I love Jen. But anytime she like sends me an invite, it's usually last minute for some bourbon meeting, and I'm just like, I think I'm good.
Yeah,
I got enough problems. I know some of the people I might run into at some of these places. I don't really want to see them.
Yeah,
so, whatever. So I was expecting something like that, but I'm like, nah, I don't think we are. William, what's up? It's like, oh well, I got these tickets to this Pink Floyd laser light show that's happening.
And she had you at lasers.
Yeah, always. She knows what's up.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, that's cool. And I even was like, how much you want for tickets? She was like, I got them free from work.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, oh, and I'm bringing a friend of mine. She's cool. I'm like, oh, all right, cool, fair enough. We ended up meeting for dinner at a Bar's Public House, which is delicious. Had a couple delicious craft beers. Had some delicious food. We made some talk. I insulted the fuck out of a lady.
Like in the like that asshole kind of way, or
not like that. It's like when I first walked up, it was this lady, Jen, and then her friend were like at the 3 seats in the bar in a row, with maybe 1 seat of gap to the wall.
Okay.
And then Michelle and I came on the other corner, and like Jen introduced her friend, and she never introduced the other lady. But as close as everybody was sitting, I assumed they were all together.
Oh, okay.
I honestly did. And right. So Jen's like, oh my God, I got to show you this thing I got. And she pulls this thing out of her purse, and it's from our, because all 3 of us graduated from the same high school. Yeah. It's an invitation for the CTC, right? That all like senior members that used to go to Whitmer could go here, and it's like a party. Basically, like it's like tailgating and all this craziness at the CTC.
How did I not get something?
Because I just got mine today.
Oh,
but
okay.
But Brian,
but
all right. You're not going to get one because you live over the border. Because I guarantee it's just a mass mailing. Because I'm like, how did I not get this? I live in Washington local.
Yeah,
so I got mine today.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah, you're right. Because when I get stuff, it's for Bedford.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no, I was just thinking that, like, at first I was thinking it was for people who,
Like graduates or
attended this.
whatever.
I was like, I took a program at that center. Okay, anyway, yeah.
Well, Jen was like, I can't believe, like they sent this to us, and I'm looking. It's for people 55 and over,
Sure.
and that's where I was also like, this is just a mass marketing, but it's fine.
Yeah.
But so I was like looking at the post, I was like, wow, 55 or older, huh? I'm like, just an excuse for old people to hang out and party, and and then the lady sitting next to Jen, which I thought was part of the group of them,
Right.
was like, she was just like, well, 55 really isn't that old. And I was like, oh, she must be way over 55.
Yeah, she must be like 58. Yeah.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
sure.
55 in 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
So we were all talking about what we were going to, and I'm assuming that Jen must have been talking. Jen talks to everybody. I'm assuming Jen must have been talking about the concert, or not even a concert, the thing we were going to with Pink Floyd. So,
Right. Laser Light Show. Right.
So as this lady's leaving, she's like, all right, guys, well, enjoy your show. I'm so old, I got to see Pink Floyd play 3 times. And when I heard her say, I'm so old, I was like, oh, God, she's still. So I was just like, man, I'm so jealous.
But I like that though. Yeah, I was gonna say, but she spiked the ball
I know,
on
and
the
I
way
told her,
out.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Like, I love Pink Floyd. I've never seen them. I'm jealous you got to see them 3 times.
You should, dude. You should have been like, oh
I'm
fuck,
young
I can't
and
think of their
virile.
names now.
Oh.
No. You should have been like Roger Waters or David Gilmour.
Oh, right.
And if she says like the newer one, you go, I prefer
Yeah.
Waters.
But so yeah, she's like, because I'm so old, I got to see him 3, and I'm like, I'm so jealous you got to do that. She's like, well, us old people.
Jeez,
I know, it's like
ham-fisting you on the way out.
I mean, I don't know how old she really was, but I legit thought she was part of the group. That's the only reason I said something like that. Because I was like, oh, she's gonna be in on this, and the lady was just immediately insulted.
Yeah. Teasing's how I'll get in with this other person that's obviously
it's
friends
called
with
negging.
Jen. Yeah. No, Tony, it's called harassment.
Yeah, I kind of felt bad when I tried to, church it up and be nice, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's fine. Bless
her heart.
Yeah. Well, like I said, she sleeps easy knowing she got to see Pink Floyd 3 times, even though she's probably just thinking of like, Floyd from the Muppet Show or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's Floyd the janitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we skadoosh over to the amphitheater now because, Jen's work apparently does, pull. I know I'm not going to say, obviously.
Right.
The tickets are pretty good. Dude. They have like these booths. I mean, they're kind of almost like box seats up on the side of the Stranahan. And we were in the front row of those. So I was like, oh, this looks cool, Shit, yeah.
Close enough you could throw garbage?
Absolutely. Yeah. Believe me, I had a bottle of garbage I wanted to wing at somebody. But we'll get to that. But as we're walking in, because we also got VIP parking and our own entrance. How exclusive.
Oh, nice.
But as I'm
right back by the dumpster. No.
But as I'm walking in, right, I see like a person getting wanded. I'm like, oh fuck, my pocket knife. So I've always got it on me like an idiot. And I was like, I gotta go. I told Michelle, I'm like, just wait for me inside. I gotta go put my knife in the car. And I turn around, I'm heading back to the car, and I realized,
oh, my ass knife.
Yes, my ass knife.
Yeah.
Shit, my
the
shit
one you
blade.
just in case. Yeah. Well, that way, you can still sneak by the pat downs.
Exactly. Made out of ceramic, just in case.
Unless they're very aggressive pat downs.
That would be the most aggressive of pat downs.
Sir, I'm going to need you to relax and bend over a little bit. Snap.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
But, I turn around, though, and I realize that she was like 10 feet behind me, or Jen's friend. And I'm like, I'm that idiot that always has a knife on him. I just got to leave it in my car. And when I say this, now, okay, this girl's, a very slender girl. Like, I'm more of a, like, have a sandwich and we're good. Very thin.
Yeah.
But she was in this, like, little tight pink dress. And she was an attractive girl.
How embarrassing. You guys wore the same thing.
But so I tell her, I'm like, I just got to put my knife in the car. And I look at her and she looks at me and then she starts like pulling up the front of her dress.
Whoa,
Yeah.
wait,
And
what?
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, is this.
She got a thigh blade, like a thigh stiletto or
Wow.
something?
Well, first I was like, is this bitch going to flash me?
I mean,
But
it happens.
she had a fucking little pistol on her leg.
Oh
In her
my!
thigh,
All right.
even.
How? Like, did she get past the
No,
wand?
she was going to her car to get rid of it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I don't feel like that would get.
I just
you
wasn't
past.
expecting
Okay.
to see garter holster,
Wow. All right. I just thought maybe you told her about the knife and she was getting
I didn't
hot
know.
and
Yeah,
showing
dude,
you some
I said I
thigh,
didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
I turn around and she starts like lifting up her dress, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Like I like where
Like,
this is
and?
going. No.
I mean, the headlights for my car were. So.
Right. Go on.
Yeah, it was fucking
Yeah.
weird though. Once I was like, I saw that, and I'm like, all right, mental notes. This is gonna
Yeah.
be podcast, and I can't wait to tell Michelle because this is funny.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Wow.
the show though was crazy. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I mean, are you a Pink Floyd guy or just meh? Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
You should have went. You could have brought your
I didn't know
thigh
about it.
gun.
Damn it.
Ahead of time.
And there's nothing I love more than wearing shorty shorts to show off my
Hell,
thigh.
we
gun.
don't show it off. They got to be just long enough.
Well, I mean, you know how short my shorty
That's
shorts
true.
are, though.
That's true.
I mean, they don't. Nothing's
That's
hiding
why
in
I carry
those.
conceal in my scrotum. God damn it. I know, I'm
He's
dying.
good.
But the first half of the show, right, was Dark Side of the Moon. And they just they give you these glasses, or like this pair's for the first half show, this pair's for the second half of the show. I'm like, oh. And there was those like goofy prism glasses you can buy.
You were a rebel and worm
Hell
backwards.
yeah, and I saw it into the future.
Yeah.
But I mean, regardless. And then they did the whole syncing it with the Wizard of Oz too, which was cool.
Oh, okay. Did they give you guys drugs
no,
too?
But honestly, you need to go do that again with mind-altering substances would be a good time.
It probably could be.
Or it'd be terrifying.
Or it could be terrifying.
Because the second show, when it was just like a super mix of Pink Floyd hits, the glasses you have on the second round make everything intense. Like they did an encore, and I thought I was assaulting a planet in some sort of sci-fi movie. It was insane.
Yeah.
It was cool, though. I mean, it was a lot. I had a good time. Although it was weird seeing a musical event and there's no band. They're just pumping the music out and have this insane like show.
Right. Is it one like where you look ahead or
Dude,
you
if you look up, there was all kinds of shit going on here. It was everywhere. Like I said, that's why I was like, after at halftime, I was like, holy shit! If you like threw a couple gummies in your face and did this,
right,
right. Because I felt like I was high with the glasses on because shit's like floating and stuff, you know. Yeah, right. It was weird.
I guess that's the best. That's the way to do it. I mean, it's the best way to experience Pink Floyd.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably go again. It was pretty cool, and I've had Pink Floyd in my head for 2 days now.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was pretty exciting to get zapped by lasers and see a thigh gun.
Right? Did you get? I mean, at the same time, did you get some LASIK or something?
It's funny you mention that because my glasses I got to replace. Like right in the middle of this lens, the coating's kind of scuffed, so I have like this little bit of a blur. That's exactly what I said. Except mine was like, boy, I can't wait for this laser to like zap my glasses and fix this shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. Cheeto says he went to the Floyd laser show years ago. It was awesome. Yeah. I guess the same guys have been doing it for like 30 years. I know. Oh, nice. Maybe want to buy some lasers, man. I'll have my own laser show.
I don't know about that.
Shoot it right in neighbors'
I don't know if you. I don't know if you can be trusted with lasers.
I saw it happen to Flynn and Tron when he fucked around with a laser. He ended up on the grid.
Yeah. I don't think that's how it works, but maybe. I mean, go for it, right?
It's only if you mess with master control.
Yeah. Yeah, you for sure don't want to do that. No. I'm assuming that the Floyd show Cheeto went to was like, the Electric Mayhem band.
Yes, I would go to that.
like I said with Floyd.
Electric Mayhem
Yeah.
Band with lasers.
Only if you can throw a couple gummies in your face, because once again, I'm sure that's the best way to experience it.
100% accurate in there.
Can you picture like being high off your ass and Dr. Teeth's like floating around or something? I don't know, man.
It sounds
I think
like a
I'd
great
freak
time,
out.
actually.
Yeah, it does actually.
Come on now. Come on now. Yeah, Floyd Laser Show was cool. So I watched a shitload of football over the weekend. Hung out with my dude Mike yesterday. Went to his, since he lives so close now, went to his spot. We watched some games. Right?
Nice.
Yeah.
I assume on Twitch, like League of Legends.
We were watching Rocket League.
Right.
But he saved me this delicious, tasty treat of beer that Founders makes. It's one of their barrel age series ones, right? It's called Highball Drifter.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Legit, if I had one of my cocktail cherries, if I would have thrown that in the beer glass, it would have been like an old fashioned. It was wild.
Oh wow. That's pretty cool.
It was a very tasty bottle of beer. Like I've never seen it in the stores. I don't know if you could find it anymore, but I would love to procure a 4-pack.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Man, it was good.
I bet you would.
I certainly would.
Yeah, I remember when they announced that, it looked good, but I just assume with those beers, I'm never going to get to try them because you usually don't see them.
They're hard to find.
You know, they go real fast. Yeah. But, what can you do? That's why it's nice to have friends.
Exactly, right? Well, he was, because it's Mike, and I love him to death. He was like, I bought you a 4-pack, but I drank that, so I bought another 4-pack, and I saved you a bottle.
You're like, so you bought 8 for me, and you gave me 1.
But I'm glad he saved it, because it was awesome.
What a pal.
He's a character. He's a goddamn character.
It's tough to resist having that, just leaving it sit there.
I know, right?
Just,
cold.
I understand.
Every time you open the fridge, it's like,
drink me. Mm-hmm.
Like ASMR shit I just did. Hope y'all got off.
Dude, that fucking reminds me. I'm so, like, ASMR is something I can't handle because
it's annoying.
Sensory issues.
Never go on TikTok Live. Every, third one you're going to look at is people just tapping their microphones.
Well, no, I think, that's one of those things where I think that's part of why, I mentioned on here before why I'm not a video person. Like, I don't watch a lot of YouTube. I don't, when I watch Reels, the sound's always off because I don't know what weird-ass sound somebody's going to be playing or how they're going to talk or whatever. So I just have it muted.
Right.
And occasionally it's like, oh, this is a person that I want to hear what they're saying. So I'll, turn the volume up.
Pump up the volume.
But exactly. So and it bugs me because there's a few commercials that have been out now where there's whispering in the commercials and it's like, this is not necessary. Like if you're doing a commercial about, I don't know, like an overnights or something for little kids, like overnight diapers or whatever. And you have a person whispering, it's like, okay, I get the story you're kind of telling here is you don't want to wake the kid up, but some of these commercials that are out now, there's just no need for the whispering.
You know why? Because they're sitting around a boardroom what are the kids into these days?
Yeah. What's on them TikTokers?
Pull up TikTok, whatever. Jenkins.
Yeah.
And then it's ASMR shit. It's like, they're like, we can make
we need someone to
make someone whisper and tap the microphone erotically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get on that, Jenkins.
Whatever.
Yeah,
it's it's annoying to those folks like me that have sensory issues, but not that anyone will give a shit, but
plus America.
Yeah. Because I've seen too many things. It's like, why ASMR? Like I was on Popular Mechanics website today and they haven't, why ASMR is so great, basically. I'm like, it's not. It's fucking horrible to people like me.
I would be curious to know why it's great. Because I don't get it myself.
Yeah, I know I have sensory issues, but listening to somebody talk is just annoying to me. Like it always had been.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
it's like
so I get where it can be sensual, as Cheeto just typed sensual tapping / whispering. I can understand being sensual. That's one thing. Like if someone's all sexy, like in your ear, is one thing. You know, but to have a conversation where a person's just whispering, it's like I just want to smash their face into the
for sure.
table.
You'll
But
never
that's
see me
my
swipe away
misophonia,
from something faster.
right?
Yeah, I swipe like my phone's on
And like,
fire.
yeah, and like the tapping and stuff, I can't handle it. That's why if I'm out somewhere, I hear someone tapping on their, if I can hear the keyboard sounds, I want to just throw their phone on, through the wall.
You know what we should do,
So,
Brian?
no.
We should do. Well, I mean, I will relieve you of this pain. What I should do for us
Oh, okay.
is do a salty language ASMR, but it's just like
Oh, God.
obnoxious noises.
Oh, I was gonna say you kind of did one before, didn't you? Like when you sensually read that erotica.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's ASMR per se. I'm talking about just like the worst sounds.
Oh,
Because normally it's like it's people trying to be like sensual and soothing in some weird way. Just be stuff like like. I don't even know if that came through, but it's loud as fuck in my ear.
a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty sensual.
The opposite of whatever. I don't even know what does ASMR even mean. Sensual something.
Assuming you're looking it up.
Sensory something.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably something sensory. Yeah.
I gotta look it up.
Annoying, sensory. I don't know. I got nothing. Yeah.
ASMR media. This show's going nowhere right now.
Yeah. It's
autonomic sensory meridian response.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's what ASMR is. Oh, do they mean when you're like, when you hear, I don't know, like for me, you hear like bacon crisping up, and you get like the goosebumps.
Your pants get tight.
Oh. Is that what they're trying to manipulate?
Yes.
Is that what this whole thing is? Man, fuck them basically. People. Go just jerk off and go to bed. What's wrong with you?
Well, wait, are we still talking about the bacon sound? I don't know. Because I'm with you. That's the appropriate reaction to bacon's cooking. I mean, don't go to bed. For sure, don't go to bed while bacon's
you'd be like
crisping.
my neighbor 2 doors down or whatever. Their whole stove caught on fire. Last I saw, it was still in the front yard.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I just pulled up the Popular Mechanics article on ASMR, and underneath the headline, it says some find the tingly autonomous sensory meridian response. See, I could have just had it if I had found this. Relaxing, while others find it downright irritating. In both cases, your brain is performing some serious sensory magic. And I'm assuming this is a long science-based article. I do like this, though. Hate ASMR, blame misophonia.
Hey, there you go.
And go
maybe I'm slightly misophonic, because anytime I despise it.
Right.
I would like to open up an ASMR studio and then board the doors shut and burn it down.
Dude, there's apparently a channel on YouTube. It's Maria's Gentle Whispering. It has at least 2.21 million subscribers.
All right, ASMR, y'all. Come on, subscribe.
I mean, it probably helps if you're an attractive blonde.
Probably got her yammers out.
I don't know. It doesn't look like it in the picture. She's got a button up on, and it's pretty buttoned up.
Geez.
So
erotically?
No, it's already done. It's not that she's buttoning it up to where you could run it backwards and Oh no, nothing like that.
Nothing gives me ASMR I'll feelings like down blouse.
Right. I'll put this in the show notes so people can read up on this if they would like. Because once again, salty language is where you come for.
I mean,
knowledge.
We do have the knowledge gone somewhere. There it is.
Do we? Wow, that
no. God, you have no idea how loud that is.
Just pretend a gong sounded there.
Wow. All right. I'm about ready to just throw this fucking soundboard away. What? I'm sorry. What?
I said, let's just pretend that there was a gong sound there and that it didn't only deafen Tony.
It did. Although, you know what I just noticed? Hit it again.
That was
only
better.
Coming through one ear.
Oh, okay.
I wonder why. I wonder if that's the reason why some of these sound effects are fucked up.
Could be. Could be.
Interesting.
One of your ears is messed up. Yeah.
I knew it. It turned on me.
Like, wait, how does that even? Clearly, the sound travels from the board into your head speakers, and then out your mouth into the microphone. That's how it transfers.
My DNA is so good. My 1 year audio cancels. I read it said auto, and I'm like, this is not going to work with audio real well. Oh, God damn it. I have a Rogue Ember in here now. I left the door open just in case.
Wasn't that a Star Wars movie? Rogue Ember?
Yeah, something like that.
Dude, just close your eyes and picture it. You can picture the font.
Oh, yeah.
Like Andor or whatever, where it's like Star Wars, a Rogue
Ember.
A Rogue Ember. And it still sounds like a totally possible, it was the initial spark of the rebellion, basically.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It sounds like a Star Wars subtitle. Yeah, for sure.
Like one of them shows they got coming out. So,
Rogue Ember.
I think the next one's that animated Tales of the Jedi. Comes out in like a month, I believe, which a lot of people are excited about. I don't know how I feel about Andor.
I'm
gonna watch it.
I'm gonna check
but I'm not like super excited.
Well, yeah, it's not like if the next season of Mandalorian came out, we wouldn't be recording. I'd be like, sorry, Brian, I gotta watch Mandalorian.
You be jerking off, yeah. Oh, right. Watch Mandalorian, yeah. It's the Mando's.
I now identify as
the
Mandosexual.
Well, the pew or whatever is your like crisping. That's your crisping bacon ASMR.
Exactly.
Ooh, I got all tingly.
What's what are we talking about?
I don't
remember either. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out too. I guess I don't care enough to like jump on it immediately of Andor. That's what I was trying to get to.
Right.
I got distracted by being a Mandosexual.
Which is understandable. Yeah.
I got all flutter. I'm sorry.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Ooh.
So today, Brian, I thought I would try something new. Not really something new, but I thought I would try something again.
Dress into the right.
Exactly. Felt way wrong.
It's just the whole day. It's like something
ruined.
is not okay here.
It's like having a pebble in your shoe. I had to go grocery shopping after work. And the last time I did that, I didn't get home till late as fuck.
Right. Well, it's weird because one of the things I've for sure found out over the last, X months, years, whatever now, since COVID basically, is that if you're going to go to the grocery store, if obviously you can't because you're working, but if you can go before people get out of work, it's way less nutty. Sure. But once people get out of work, and it was always that way, but it seems even worse now,
But yeah, so I was like, I don't want to do this today. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to, because I know Aldi does curbside pickup.
Oh, curb stomps, right?
I'm going to, just like that bird. I was like, I'm going to hop on their website and just grocery shop and do curbside and see how it works.
I didn't even know they did that. I'm not surprised they do, but I didn't know that considering they usually only have 2 employees in the store at any one time.
I think they might have had to increase it because of that.
They had to have, because there's no way you could have a third person or not have a third person and do that, unless you've got to give a lot of head time, time.
So, it was pretty easy. Everything I needed, we're getting from there anyway. So I was like, if this works, I can get off of work, drive there, pick it up, and go home.
Which is ideal.
And then I was like, oh shit, the first time you do it, it's free too. I don't know how much it costs. Whatever. But it was free this time. That was the best part.
Right.
So I'm like, okay. I get out of work at 4:30.
Well, can I ask you a quick question? Sorry to derail you again. How do they bring it out to you? Because they don't usually bag it stuff. Because
you can buy,
do that?
You can buy all the paper bags, like $0.10 a piece. Or something.
I just was wondering if they auto bag it or if they're just like bringing out
like. I was wondering that same thing. I was like, I didn't know how that was going to work.
I figured it would be like in a tote or something like that, and then you
Or
would
like
be
empty
responsible from
boxes
that
or something.
kind. Yeah, they just dump it in the back of your
Yeah, I
car.
had no idea what was going to happen.
A wheelbarrow. A
Yeah,
wheelbarrow. That's how they do
yes.
it. All right,
But,
sorry.
I figured I can just grab it, go home. Process is
Yeah.
easy. Everything I needed was there. I had to do the course. Well, if we don't have this, how about this? We don't have this, how about this? Whatever.
Right.
I told them 5 o'clock, and it's like between 5 and 6. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I'm really hoping it's more towards 5, but whatever. But so I get the text message, hey, your shit's ready. You can come get it whenever. Let us know when you're here. I'm like, oh, that's amazing. Now I just pull right up after work and get my shit and I go home. It's all I want in life.
Yep.
So I back into the spot and, I do the whole, like, I'm here. Here's the kind of car I'm in, blah, 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 blah. And I was out there waiting a decent amount of time, but I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, it's all there's like 2 people in here, maybe,
Yeah. Right. Well, that's the thing. Their strategy always was 2 people. It was basically, a cashier and then a person who's stock, essentially.
Yeah. Well, so eventually the door opens and like she just rips open the back of my car.
Yeah. Just like She-Hulk just tears the whole door
felt
off.
like it. And she's like, name? And I'm like, hi, Anthony.
She's like, hi, what's your last name?
If she would have done that, I might have punched her.
Right, because I'm sure you've never heard that one before. Never, yeah.
But, so she's like, okay, cool. And she loads up the back of my car. I'm like, fucking dope. I thought, I'm driving away. And I'm, maybe a quarter way home. And I get a text message. And it just says, your Aldi order is ready, but we can't find you. And I'm like, well, that's fucked up. But I'm like,
did I get the wrong order?
Yeah, I was like, that's weird. I was like, I mean, I have the stuff in my car. I told her my name. So whatever. Yeah. So I keep driving in. And I get a phone call from like Oregon. I'm like, I don't know fucking anybody in that city. Deny. Yeah. I get another weird text message. I didn't look at it because I'm driving now, And then I get another phone call. And this time it was from like California. I'm like, I'm just going to answer it. Because I'm like, something's going on. And it was like,
hi, sir, I can save you a bunch of money on your car.
Oh, God, I'm so angry. So I answer, I'm like, hello. And she's like, oh, hey, is this Tony? Hi. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, this is Brittany from Aldi. And you got the wrong order in your car. And the person who's here now, you have theirs and yours is here. And I was just like, oh. All right. Yeah, I'll be right there. And all I could think was, the one and only time I tried to grocery pickup, I sat in the parking lot for like 40 minutes waiting for my groceries. Right. And I'm like, I'm 0 for 2 on this now.
Yeah.
Is it
most
me?
of my experiences I think it is. Yeah. Most of my experiences have been good. There was that, one time where it was really bad. That one, if you remember, where it was like hours. And then there was another time where I showed up and they were like, hey, somebody called off today and we're getting slammed. Can you come back in like half an hour? I was like, no problem. We had other shit to do anyway. So we just went and did the other shit and then came back, that one's fine, no big deal. Plus I don't, I only live a few minutes from the store. So it isn't, even if we just went home, it's not that big a deal, but oof, boy, you're.
Yeah. So I head back and I, back into the spot and lady, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She's like, I just, you said your last name was High and their last name was Hair, and I heard Hair. I'm like, oh, that's fine. I mean, I'll probably do it again because even with that little bit of inconvenience, it was still worth me not going in there and walking around and being pissed off at everybody.
Did they give you anything for the trouble?
No.
No, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And although I did get refunded on my bread.
Oh, well, never mind.
Because I got home and I'm like unpacking the bags. And if rule number 1 when you're packing a grocery bag is you don't put the soft stuff on the bottom.
No, that's actually incorrect. That's the first thing you put, and then you put cans on top of that.
I'm getting there. So in this grocery bag, the core of the planetoid I'm describing here was honey wheat bread.
They mushed your Love and
Love and
Fresh.
Fresh honey wheat. Yes.
Yeah, I remember their brand. We used to go to Aldi all the time. I was actually didn't know if that
Oh
was still
yes.
the
Oh,
name for
Love
their
and
bread.
Fresh.
Used to be
And then on
Love and
top of
Fresh.
it,
Okay.
because the kids are coming over for dinner Wednesday, and I'm making a little bit of lasagna action. I
Yeah.
got some garlic knots. So on top of the
Nice.
bread, you
Nice.
have frozen bread. Not a crime. You know,
Right.
but I think the problem was the frozen bread obscured the soft, fragile bread. And on
Oh,
top of
no.
my frozen bread, they put 2 jars of marinara.
Yep,
So
that'll
I'm
do it.
unpacking these bags, and I pull out this flat loaf of bread. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I guess you make croutons. What else do you do with that?
Like,
I mean,
who
it's mushed.
loads groceries like this? Some sort of goddamn animal.
I'll say this, like, a lot of the things that, I've gotten there over time, it's like the things I usually like to still go in and get myself at times are, produce, meat, bread, because
Yeah.
there's been quite a few times where the bread has ended up getting all sorts of mushed. Not so much because they put something in the same bag, but they have like these totes that they put stuff
just
in,
pressure
and they
build,
just
basically.
load things on top. Yeah, because the one time I picked it up and they literally, like, the guy's pulling stuff out of there, and I'm like, "Where's my bread at?" And he pulls a bag that is just loaded with like canned green beans and shit like that, and then underneath it were 2 loaves of bread, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not taking that bread." And he goes, "Huh?" And I was like, "That bread is absolutely smashed." I was like, "You're gonna need to go get me two
Like, I
two
need
new
some
loaves of
fresh
bread."
ass loaves.
Yeah. Oh, I'm really sorry about that. like who the fuck packed this? Like, when you're packing stuff in there, move the bread around a little bit until eventually the bread's on toward
Why
the
would
top.
you do that, Brian? It makes such a delicious core. It's like the
I know.
soft nougaty center.
Yeah. I had it with chips once too, where there was a bag of chips that was underneath like stuff, and I'm like,
Really?
these are probably okay because of the air in the bag, but also I kind of want a new bag of chips because you've basically just thrown cans on top of my chips.
It's insane. So I just went into they go through Instacart, but they don't whatever. And I was just like,
Yeah.
hey, dispute this or whatever because my bread was squished. Yeah. Whoa! I just got the extreme close up of Brian's face on Skype.
Perfect. Oh well, good. Here, let me help you. I'll move the camera closer.
What
too.
happened?
Yeah. Do I have any boogies?
I had a pop up on the top of my Skype. Jesus Christ! It was just no joke. If I could have screen capped it, it was just your glasses. Just like, holy shit!
Wow. All right.
I felt like I was being scanned.
Yeah, you were. You were looking at like the like in what's the name of that show? A movie, Blade Runner. Like when he's doing the eye exam thing on the to see if someone's a replicant or not.
Dude, it was just your fucking glasses, man.
I like it.
Oh my god.
I like it.
All right.
Oh man.
I didn't know what I was talking about anymore. Oh, so I goes like, "Hey, bitches, my bread's all fucked up," and they just refunded me the money. So I got free squished bread, I guess. So now I have a scam. Everybody, you listening for Salty Language scam time?
Finally, a way to get free squished bread. I've been wondering.
Excellent.
Oh man, it is a little disappointing they didn't throw a little something your way for having to come back because that wasn't your fault.
I mean, I suppose I could have gone through the ad and be like, "You fucks," but
but they should have offered that
like right on
their
the
own.
rip, right off the rip,
Yeah, you shouldn't have had to complain. They should have immediately been like, "Here's a gift card or
handy, whatever.
a blow or something." Yeah, exactly. A Mandy, yeah. That's a handy from
Hell
Mando.
Yeah. Now we're talking. Hope that Beskar's waterproof.
Oh my, this is the way. So I saw Hobie posted a thing where they were trying a bunch of like Frito or Lay's, has a thing right now where they've got like they're doing like mix-ups of their stuff. Like they have Lay's potato chips with like Cool Ranch Dorito seasoning or Cheetos seasoning,
that's
which
fun.
also sounds
Yeah.
So naturally I saw the ones with the Cheetos the Cheetle on it, basically. Right. And I was like, well, I for sure got to try these because, I was going to be watching some football. It's like nothing, have a little mindless notching of some chips while I'm watching football. And I tried. They were pretty good. It's for sure the same stuff. It tastes like the same stuff. And again, it makes me wonder why the hell they don't put bottles of or jars of the Cheetos dust out there.
I don't know.
Because there's so much shit you could just
secret.
It must be.
Like, we just can't let.
I mean, you could.
The Soviets get Cheeto dust. Like, Grandpa, just go back in your office.
Right. Like, I know I could just, get a bag of Cheetos and dump them in a food processor.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's going to be diluted with, grain, basically. Whatever. I don't even know what a Cheeto's made out of. Dreams?
I don't know. But it's like, I know they're not going to put it out as like a popcorn topping probably because they sell Cheetos popcorn.
Right.
So why not just sell the Cheetos popcorn? But it's like, I feel like there's other stuff you can use that on, like ice cream and cereal and whatever you're eating.
Powder just be like Cheeto freebase.
Right. Just snorting it.
Cook it up in a spoon. Getting crazy. It's getting nutty.
But the chips were good though. And after I ate them, I was like, I should have done a little snippet for the podcast because I never think content first.
Right.
I'm never like get some like I shouldn't say never because there are times where I'll get some be like, dude, we should do a video with this. But when I'm by myself, I never go content first unless I'm filming for my OnlyFans, and that's a whole different ballgame.
Literally.
Yeah, then I'm all about that content, because I give the people what they want. Yeah. Well, not give, but there's a price. No, it's yeah. So. Yeah, that was fun though. But those were pretty tasty. Although I'm admittedly not a big like Lay's chips guy.
Yeah, I'm more of a Ruffles man myself.
I wish they were more like Ruffles, but that they were fine. They had the Cool Ranch ones. I almost got those, and I was like, nah, I'm already getting one bag. I really don't need to get two because then I'll smash both bags of those
over your head like Triple H. Or no, I'm sorry, Stone Cold.
Yeah, Stone Cold like they're 2 beers. Yeah. Apparently, Cheeto says the Funyun Lays are kind of mediocre, which is sad because I love Funyuns.
Right. That's not me pissing, by the way.
It is. Anyone watching can see it.
I filled my growler. I'm trying to empty it again.
Yeah, you did.
I took it over to Michael's house.
Yeah, that's trouble. Wait, it came back with beer in it?
Yeah, we were having other things too, other beers.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right, I get you now. Sexy.
Right. Which, by the way, I hope, since Cheeto's in the chat apparently, I know he said there's a great beer place in town. I don't remember what it's called, but I hope they fill growlers because I'm bringing my growlers.
Yeah. Oh, Cheeto said those Funyun Lays don't have enough of the seasoning. That makes sense because being an onion seasoning, I could see where people might be like, this is too much onion, which doesn't exist in my book. It's like saying too much garlic.
Cool Ranch Funyuns. Yeah.
Cool Ranch Funyuns is an interesting move. I think it'd probably be good because I'm not a ranch guy, right? But I love Cool Ranch Doritos. But dipping Funyuns in ranch, you'd have onions and ranch. So that would probably work.
Like a veggie dip almost.
Yeah.
I haven't had Funyun in a long time, bro.
I haven't either. I'm sure they're god awful, but there's still always going to be that nostalgia of our youth, or when I bowled with my nephew and a buddy of ours, where that was how we started our Saturdays, was a Mountain Dew and a bag of Funyuns.
Champions.
That was what we called it, because that's.
I heard they're doing that on a tour
for sure.
Not France.
Yeah, yeah. You see them always starting the days that way,
And a caffeinated product.
Yeah. Right. No, it has to be Mountain Dew.
Can it be an offshoot Mountain Dew, like Mountain Dew? Code.
Oh no, we're not taking as long as it's under the Mountain Dew brand, I think we'll allow it. It can't be like Dewdrop or whatever. Sam's Choice is Mountain Rain or something like that. I don't know.
Maybe Mountain Dew makes a cycling specific one. It has electrolytes in it.
Well, Mountain Dew has made sports drinks.
Well, this is just geared towards the Tour de France guys.
Oh, okay. So it's probably just got like
it's got like growth
steroids in it.
hormones in it, electrolytes,
Yeah.
caffeine, lots of sugar.
Yeah. All the things you need to
Yeah,
start your day.
exactly. Call
Hmm.
it the Mountain Dew like cyclist orgy or something.
Right.
That's probably not a good flavor name. It has to be
Yeah.
like have like thunder or energy in it or
Right. It's the Tour du France.
oh, that's you just god damn you nailed that. Should be a 6-pack of different flavors. The Tour du France. Oh,
Yeah.
that's that. Well done. Well
That's
done.
that's for sure the yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it right there, ladies. We should just sign off. That's a wrap.
Right. Yeah. You mean forever?
Yeah.
Like that's it. Well, that's the
Go out
peak.
on top.
Yeah. After 581, we finally realized we'll never have a better one than that one.
And it was true. They never recorded again, as so the legends say.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
big plaque.
Then it'll be like the right. Some say in a small town somewhere, and it's like you and I doing like morning radio or something in some like podunk city with like 3 listeners.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, those are just people at the donut shop.
Yeah. Hey, aren't you the Salty Language guys? We're wearing Salty Language shirts.
Oh,
I never heard of it.
fans. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scram you. Wait, I've heard you say that before.
Go and get.
No one loves you.
Go and get.
Start throwing rocks at
Oh,
him
that
because
was-
we always have rocks.
I always have rocks in my pockets. Yeah. Just in
I
case.
got my CCW for a rock. So.
Right. I was gonna say I have a couple rocks in my garter.
Nice.
You know.
Sexy. I got a boot rock.
Yeah. That seems
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
you know, it is. It just angers
that
up
a
my
thigh-
kicking foot.
I guess I would. Yeah, it would for sure do that, and probably also anger up your sciatica and maybe your plantar fasciitis.
Yeah, whatever. It all comes back. It's like a energy loop to angering up the kicking foot. Yeah.
Right. That's funny.
Oh man. So yeah, the
Yeah.
moral of the story is I'm doomed at anything that's supposed to make things easier for your life.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll try again though, because it was nice not having to wander around and look at some of the weirdos that shop there. Because there's always like 2 or 3 people that probably should be thrown into a circus or something. You know.
Yeah, there always is. I just went in the store to get like 2 things or 3 things today, and I was just like, oh, I just went out of here so
Right.
fast. You know.
Show me level if you hear. No joke. Basically, every time I've gone to the grocery store in the past like 6 months, especially if it's not a weekend, sometimes even on the weekends though, god damn, I just walk around there just angry. Because it's like I just want to get in and out, and I'm like, everyone is too stupid to be alive right now.
Well, what I found because I've actually talked with my therapist about this, because I'm like, this is a problem,
like,
but then when they start
thinking of murder,
right? Well, then they, since they have the pickup and stuff, it's like, oh, this is a lot better. Because now if I go in, I'm usually, 1 or 2 things. But the only problem with going in for 1 or 2 things is sometimes if the timing is wrong, you're like, dude, these lines are insane. I'm not standing in these. Like, I'll just go over to Target,
right?
Because Target has a lot of the same stuff, and I can get in and out of Target much faster.
Right.
Or I'll go up the road to Food Town, But we were talking with it, and I think what it is a lot of it is just when I go into the store, I have a list. I'm very this. Now, don't get me wrong. I may grab other stuff while I'm in there, but I'm very much like boom, boom, boom. Like when I go to the chip aisle, I know what I'm gonna get basically. And it frustrates the shit out of me how people will just stand there and just stare at all the options. And I'm like, fucking pick one or get out of the way. Like just stand back a little bit so other people can.
Me. They just stand right in the way.
And you're standing there. And then finally you have to be like, excuse me, like, can I just dart in? Like, I wanted to get a can of enchilada sauce
like
today. And I'm, down the Mexican food aisle. And I'm like, I'm standing there and I kind of walk up and there's this guy who was squatting down and, looking things over. And I'm like, oh, he must be trying to
He just
decide.
shits.
Because, they have, yeah, no, but they have like, they have a couple, mild hot. There's the green chili, whatever, so I'm looking at this and then I realize he isn't even looking at this stuff. Like he's in my way and he's actually just kind of like posted up and blocking me off while he's looking at whatever canned cheese they have right there.
Of course he is. Why wouldn't
And
he
gets
be?
like one little can of cheese, and I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. You had to spend all that. And I'm like, I'm looking, I'm like, there's no other brand of canned cheese there. It was the only
He's
one.
like, oh wait, I think this one back here is different.
The only thing I could think of is maybe he was deciding whether he wanted it or didn't want
Just
it.
in a deep squat.
Yeah, he was, because it was on like not the low shelf, but the one like right above that. So, but his squat was a little aggressive. He could have, unless he's got a bad back. But I guess lift with your knees,
exactly.
right?
Or just grab the can and man the fuck up.
I was just like, what are you doing? And then finally I'm like, excuse me. And I just reach in and just snake the can that I wanted real quick. Cause I'm like, I know exactly what I want. And it frustrates me when other people don't understand that I know what I want and they should get out of my way.
That's fair.
Yeah,
right. I get it, dude. I get it. Like I said, I just stomp around the grocery store just angry.
Yeah. But I realize that it's a me thing. I'm the one who's really causing my own grief here instead of just relaxing and whatever. I just can't, because I want out of there. I just want to go in and go back out. It's like when I show up at the grocery store, I want them to immediately tell all the other customers, get out.
He's here. Everybody needs to leave. Just leave your cart where it is. Leave your children where they are.
You'll be allowed back in as soon as he's finished. Yeah. So yeah, I've gotten better about it, and wearing my earbuds
I
AirPods.
Think I've gotten worse. Yeah.
Really?
That's why I tried this. I'm like, I don't want to deal with these fucking idiots around.
Well, it also makes sense. Like days like today and stuff too. I'm sure it doesn't help. Like you're fresh off work, you just want to get home
for sure. But I'm standing on my feet for 10 hours. I don't want to go walk around a store and have frickin' lady way too old to be wearing yoga pants. Trying to figure out what's better, dried beans or canned beans. Get out of the way.
That's a tough.
Try to get my fucking coffee.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
They have unsquished bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
right.
it's So yeah, I don't
That's
maybe I just need to always order groceries and just remove myself from that situation. But
yeah. Well, that's
on the flip side of things, I like walking around and looking at products. I'm like, oh, a new hot sauce, or oh, look at this, I'm not going to do that on the app. I know exactly what I want on the app, and I go right to it and I add it.
Well, that's the thing, right? You can browse on the app, but it's a whole different. No, it's not. So I'm with you on that.
I like to grab shit off the shelf and look at it and read all the dumb shit and
mush all the bread. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same way. That's why I've tried to get better about it, because I know it's hard to have it both ways there.
For sure.
Well, and like I talked to my therapist about it, because I was kind of like, is this like, am I having like kind of a relapse of like I used to where I was just angry all the time, or is this a reasonable reaction? And generally, no, it isn't, because it's like most people, they get in there and if they don't have a list or something, they get like, what kind of chips do we want for tonight? Or what do we want this or,
Right.
Whereas, like I said, I'm usually in there with a pretty streamlined list. Like, this is basically what I'm getting. As I walk past the aisles, I'll do a quick glance, like, is there anything down there I need or want? And,
Yeah, you know what I just realized?
Like, I'm walking at a very brisk pace through the store typically.
I treat it like it's special forces.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go in and I eliminate the target, I get the fuck out.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
No, I just realized that the only time that I get all fired up like that when I'm in a grocery store is when it's just me by myself.
Well, there's your answer.
Yeah, because if like her and I go together, the stuff like that, if I'm by myself, I see and I go, this motherfucker.
Right.
I instead point at it and go, well, you see this idiot, you know?
Yeah.
And it's more of a fun experience.
Right. It's interesting because I kind of wondered, like, if you and I were walking around, how it turns
I
out.
bet you
Because
it'd be a lot of like, you see this, see this dum dum.
Right. I was gonna say it could easily go either way.
Oh, that's true too.
So we both might be like, this motherfucker.
Yeah, this. You see that motherfucker?
Oh, I saw him.
And then we make fun of him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just hit me. I was just sitting there like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, because like when I go in, I'm by myself
Oh yeah, same.
all the time.
Yeah. And that's what I'm always like driving in the car, like just like I'm putting indents in my steering wheel just because I'm like, you know.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny, right? Because it's like, why can't you just let it go, right? Like that's the easy answer is
easy
like
answer.
once you walk out of the store, just be like, yeah, I'm done with that. I can go home now. But like, oh, now I got to deal with this fucking traffic.
Well, and that's exactly it. It's like you get in your car and you're like, mother, and then you start driving. Yeah. And on any other day, this person over here in this, Ford Aerostar.
Wow.
Would just, they come in your lane a little bit and they move over and you're just like, whoa, that was, stay over there.
Whatever.
But on the day you're in the grocery store by yourself, you're just like, I want to follow them home and fucking kill them.
You're all over your horn, screaming at them out the window.
Yeah, exactly. You drive up next to them, with a knife in my teeth.
Yeah.
Spray painting my face silver like Mad Max.
Yeah, of course.
Witness me.
And well, yeah, because it's like even today, like when we went to leave the store, my mom's driving, she goes to back up, and when she does, the car 2 spots to our right decides to back up, and of course they back up the opposite way we're going.
Oh, so you guys are going ass to ass?
Yeah, so she pulls back in the spot a little bit because they weren't gonna stop. Apparently they pull out. Then another car over there pulls out, and it was like, damn it, and then after that, a truck that's behind us starts pulling out. It's like, good God, like, why the hell's everybody got to leave at the same time? And it was, what it was? It's the curse of parking near the store.
Oh, yeah. I tend to try to park further away now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing is even though it was cold and rainy, I would have rather just walked a little extra because it's so frustrating because people – it's not that anyone's really doing anything wrong. It's just that you have so many people trying to come and go at the same time. Like you said, if you park 6 to 8 cars down from where I was, there's like nobody.
No, it's funny. We say this, and I did this. I think last weekend. Went to the store. The parking lot was insane. I'm like, I'm just gonna park over here where there's no one.
Yeah.
Right? And I did the old like pull through maneuver because I'm like, yeah, this would be cool. And then I can just pull right out like I'm backed up to a bank for a robbery or something. Yeah. And of course, it was an awful experience in the store because why wouldn't it be? And,
right.
And I'm walking out of the parking lot like I'm muttering to myself. And if you wouldn't believe, some motherfucker parked right behind me, close enough I couldn't open up the hatch.
Oh,
and
man.
I was just like, really? Like I was out there.
Yeah.
And this son of a bitch.
The thing, it's funny. I know we should move on, but it's like the one last.
I'm getting all fired up right now.
Well, the thing that fires me up probably more than anything, even more than what you're just saying, is I get pretty fired up if I come out and the way the car is, someone's pulled to where you can't open the back hatch up. It's like, come on, it's like, so, I mean, but at least it's like, whatever, hey, can you pull up a little bit so I can, put the damn groceries in the car. The one that bugs me even more is when everyone is parked to the point that you can't walk between any cars with the cart. Like you have to go way the hell down. Like you have to go 8 or 10 spots down because everyone's parked like, because one person parks a little snug to the line, so the next person does, and all the way down, and you're like, oh, come on. Like I can't even walk through here.
Like, thanks, jackass.
And it's like, and the thing is, it's like, it's caused by that first person who parks, the wrong way, because now everyone has to park accordingly, basically.
Right.
In order to get out, you got to park a little further to the right because they snugged up,
Right.
And it's like, dude, you parked on the side where it's like the road on the left side of your car. You have all the room, but you snugged up to the line, so now everybody else has to
Because asshole.
in order to get out of their car. Yeah. It's like, God damn it.
You son of a
It's like I just want to flip their car over.
Hell yeah, now we're talking. Put it right in the recycle bin.
Right. Take out my pocket knife and just start scraping down the side of their car.
Yeah, exactly. Like just
I'm
carve
sorry.
whore.
Yeah, as you do.
As you do.
I mean, I just do that anyway. But
well,
yeah.
I know, that's why I said it.
Don't even know who the person is, but I'll do that, just for fun.
Oh man,
it's fun to go to like office buildings and do that to the cars.
Whore.
Well, they have to drive home like that.
Oh my god.
Anyway, let's move off.
Let's move on. Let's do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I actually have a follow up to something we talked about last week.
Oh yeah, nice.
I'm trying to get to the meat of this article here. Meat. But it was basically, how we're talking about NyQuil chicken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Delicious.
So apparently, once upon a time, good old Voodoo Donuts in Oregon there.
Yeah.
The FDA had to talk to them because they were adding, NyQuil to donuts and pastries and also Pepto-Bismol.
Oh, God. Why?
Probably because Voodoo Donuts is extreme and fucking weird, man. So I'm sure it was like the Pepto pastry or whatever, or a Pepto tart.
Who would want that?
I'm not going to lie. When I was a kid and I had a little tum-tum issue going on,
yeah,
I didn't mind that little bit of tang that Pepto-Bismol provided.
Well, no, because whenever you have an upset tummy or a mud butt, you're just like, hey, whatever works here. I'm
legitimately this is all right.
Oh, like you were drinking it on the regular.
Yeah,
okay,
I might have had a problem if I had access to it. If they would have put out if Yoo-Hoo put out like Pepto style.
I had a couple strawberry milks as a child that might have qualified because they were terrible.
But yeah, Voodoo Donuts, because that's what they're into. Yeah, the FDA had to be like, stop it. Stop putting medicine in your food. What's wrong with you people? I think that's probably how the meeting went down.
I mean, if you're going to do that, you got to do the morning after donut or something. Well, not wording it the morning after because that would be like a plan B in the donut. That wasn't what I was getting at. I was meaning more
that's the plan blintz.
Yeah. I was thinking more of the day after drinking, you have a pastry that's got some Advil or something in it. I for sure worded that badly. Yeah.
Hair of the dog,
Well, hair of the dog, some Advil. Yeah, exactly.
It's called hair of the donut. Oh, actually, that's like a sweet name for a donut truck.
Yeah. Hair of the donut.
People gonna be like an ass? What? That's actually a terrible name for a donut truck.
No, I disagree. I think you make a donut that looks like it's got hair on it, so it kind of looks like an asshole, but doesn't.
It does it at the same time.
You picture your meeting with your graphic designer, and I'm like, I want it to look like an asshole, but not too much like an asshole.
Like, what?
You still want it to look like yeah. Okay. Man, I like that. That would be great. Well, and then you focus on donuts that are awesome donuts for night. Actually, you just run the truck at night, so people can after they get out of the bar.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a bar, bar till early morning situation.
Sure.
You just sell donuts and beers.
I like this idea. When do we open?
Also donuts and beers. That's a viable business in my opinion.
Yeah. All right, so we have Tour du France, and we have Hair of the Donut. I think this has got to be our last episode. That's it. We're done. That's it. It's over.
That's true.
Wow. Who knew?
Who knew?
I figured it would have happened way sooner. Not that we would have peaked, but we would just be done.
We peaked so long ago.
It was I was reading a little something yesterday that was talking about podcasts, and it was like how do I measure my success or something like that? And the article was 90% of podcasts don't put out more than 3 episodes.
That's true.
Yeah, and you think about all the shows we've seen start and end over the 600-700 years we've been.
Like if if we're marching across the beach with all of our podcast buddies, there's not many people in our platoon left. You know what I'm saying?
There's been a lot. I mean, there's still obviously tons of people doing podcasts, but yeah. But a lot of the ones that were around when we started, for sure,
they're
still,
you know, clutching their helmet on the beach right now.
Yeah, they're in Valhalla. Yeah.
Yes. Hell yeah.
So, yeah. I saw this article earlier today that I had to look it up again because I wanted to make sure it was a real thing. Because, you know, sometimes you can't tell. This one was, engineers gave a car a pair of eyes to make future roads safer for pedestrians. Which I can only guess that the eyes just scream at the pedestrians to move. But
just like what I saw briefly, just your fucking eyes real big on the center console.
Yeah. No, they said that the idea, these are kind of like googly eyes that move while the car's moving.
No, I don't like this.
And well, hold on. The reason for it is so that, like, when you're walking, you can see that the eyes are pointed at you to acknowledge that the vehicle has seen you.
They turn red.
Yeah. The car hops the curb. Like, oh, shit.
Oh, God. Stephen King wrote a short story about this. It was a failed movie. He directed it.
Yep.
I'm sorry. What is this product called? I gotta look this up.
It's just just type in like engineers gave a car eyes or something like that. It's in Tokyo, of course, because that seems like something would go over there.
Sweet dong too.
I hope so. I hope you have to watch out for that too. It just drags it behind it. Oh man,
I might die up here.
So, and they've tested scenarios where, you know, like having people, you know, decide whether or not to cross the street because of the way the car is. And they said that, you know, if people see the eyes of the car pointing at them, then they know that the car has seen them. And if they're not pointing at you, you go, oh, the car has not seen me. I should not cross.
I don't like the fact that it's going to look at you.
It's going to be like Herbie the Love Bug out there.
What if it lingers on some lady a little too long? Like, wait a minute. This car has feelings.
Yeah. Is that a thing?
So I'm gonna pull up the browser real quick for all you video people, because I want to see this article. I just put gave a car eyes.
Oh wow!
So
okay.
First link is the story you're talking about. Second link is just my eye got crushed by a car.
What?
It's a YouTube video.
Oh, okay. I was like, their eye pop out and then get crushed.
I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna support this guy, but it's 3 weeks ago.
Man.
It's a pretty recent video.
Right. Now, see, I'm all in on this. I want this. This is what I want.
This is terrifying.
Can you picture you and your buddies maybe, you know, popped a couple gummies or had a couple doobs and, you know, you're just out walking or something and you see this car and it's just watching you. It's driving real slow by you and the eyes just
have you scrolled down where it's like looking, it's mean mugging somebody.
Yeah. Like
it looks like what the fuck are you looking at?
If you didn't know better, you'd swear that was just Photoshop.
I don't like this
on that road, but it's not. This is a legit thing.
Oh my God, I'm crying.
Yeah, right. That's why when I first read this article today, I was like, "What?" And I'll be honest. When they said they gave a car eyes, I'm thinking they gave it a better way to see pedestrians. I did not literally expect googly eyes.
Oh my God. I just can't. Wow.
I know, right? Do you know what it reminds you of? Is like when Robot Chicken has done a spoof of like Thomas the Tank or something, you know, where it's like one of them's like really mean or side-eyeing something.
I gotta send this link to myself because this fucking car of eyes needs to go on her Instagram.
Yeah.
It's the craziest shit I've ever seen.
I mean, part of me almost wants to replace the unicorn man with it. If only I could Photoshop the cone on top of it to keep the trend alive, you know? Yep. Or just put googly eyes on the
That's all, I couldn't even read. I'm like, my eyes are leaking so hard.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was so funny.
Right?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's why I said as soon as I saw it.
Yeah, thank you for that. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, welcome. So the next thing I
Oh
have,
God, I can't wait.
which I thought this is a little. Oh, well, no, this is a little weird, but I thought it's kind of a cool idea too, which is our Berlin. Our Berlin Museum's interactive Nosferatu show will give visitors the chance to donate blood on site. Yeah, they're like celebrating, the movie Nosferatu and the 100 years.
God.
And as part of the experience, like you can give blood on site, which I thought was kind of funny and appropriate. But also, hey, any time you can get people to donate blood, that's good.
All right.
The question will be, do they pull it out of your arm, or does somebody dressed as like a vampire come and suck it out of your neck?
That would be great if they did something like that.
Especially when we find out later that they were actually really vampires.
Yeah, it's all just a front.
Oh boy. Well, this turned out bad.
I'm trying to pull this up, but by the time I get to it, we're gonna be moved on.
Yep.
Oh, I had a hard time typing. Still looking at that goddamn car.
Well, it's like the other thing is like, now that they've put those eyes on the car and given it, a personality, like I want angry eyebrows above those.
The Jeeps will do that. All the Jeeps already have angry eyebrows anyway. Those assholes.
No. So like the car's sitting there and it sees the pedestrian on the sidewalk. And then, like the pedestrian starts to take a step out and the eyebrows get angry. Oh, you pull your leg back and then they loosen up a little bit. Like, okay, sorry. Ooh.
Yeah. Wow. All right, that was fun.
Yeah. All right, so I have one last one that is funny, but not as funny as
nothing.
The other.
I'm gonna be like 80 and I'm just sit there and be like, remember that golf cart with eyeballs?
Yeah.
Wasn't that shit hilarious? Oh man. What do you got?
So did you see the pictures of the Santa Clara men's cross country team?
No.
Okay, just type in Santa Clara men's cross country team in your browser there. I know it's
let's go right to Imager or Images.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that work. I have a link that's like a that's from
pull
Twitter.
This up real quick. Wow.
What a great team photo. All these guys, like there's some of the guys who there's one guy that's got like this wicked bowl cut and a mustache. One of the guys only has half of a mustache.
Oh, this is funny stuff right here.
These guys, their hair's all over the place. Like they all have different types of facial hair, basically. Not all of them. A few of them have mustaches, but this cracked me up when I saw it. Not as much as the car, but also.
Wow, I love the half a mustache. What a bunch of fun dudes.
Would have been funny if he shaved off like the opposite eyebrow of the side of the mustache he shaved off. Like, what the hell? Did his eyebrow move down on his face?
This is definitely terrific.
Yeah. These are. This is how team photos should, or the headshot for these teams should always be done from now on too.
Yeah.
The one I can't get over is the one like when you're staring at the one that's second from the top left with the bowl cut and it's like a bowl cut, but it's a mullet.
Yeah.
And he's just that mustache, man. He's just
go back up to him.
Man, he's for sure not a guy you want to leave your kid around.
Oh, Jesus. That's Harvey right there.
Okay.
Name. I mean, the bowl cut kind of fits the name, let's be honest.
Doesn't it?
Baby. No, it doesn't, I guess.
Yeah, one of the comments on here is perfect. It says this looks like a kit from Key and Peele. It totally does.
That's funny stuff. Wow.
Yeah.
Good times, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done, lads.
Excellent work.
Yep.
Wow. Seriously, I thought I was going to die laughing. Jesus Christ.
You'll be all right. It's just a car with eyes, man. Looking into your soul.
I gotta get some delicious water in there.
Or better yet, you're on the crosswalk. Right as you go to step out, the eyes get wider, like it's like woo.
Yeah, like a cat when it sees a mouse.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I did notice when I was at I don't remember what Kroger it was. Doesn't matter. At Kroger the other day, that had a pretty decent sized liquid death display in the middle of the store. So it should be
really?
easier to find in our area now. Because, you know,
Excellent.
I enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Going right now. Loving life.
So
trying to get my electrolytes back after laughing and laughing and laughing.
Yeah. And crying. Don't forget the crying.
Yes, I did. I was legitimately leaking out of my eyeballs.
Yeah. Oh, no, I just meant the general sobbing.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. I'm like, I don't actually. Sorry, fellow coworkers. I don't shit 15 times a day. I go in there and cry.
Yeah. They do both.
Yeah. A try.
You just haven't been there long enough,
That's true.
you know. Yeah. Crying from your ass.
I really don't have anything else.
Yeah, that's
on my end.
I mean, I had something else, but I think I'm going to save it as like a Patreon thing instead. So, because I think it's something we'll talk about a little longer than we have left.
Yeah,
so, I just mean in general, like, you know, the planet will end.
Yep.
No, I'm kidding.
Mayans.
Yes. All right. Well, I guess move on to the Q of the W.
Son. All right, let me go over here and open up this page of stuff. Last week, you motherfuckers, we asked you, what is something people should stop being ashamed of? Shame.
Mm-hmm.
Should have sound effect ready. Shame. Clink. Kiki says sexuality, kinks, and fetishes. And then she also responded to herself. Unless your kink is to be ashamed, then all the shame to you. All right, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's
fair enough.
It's like that Rick and Morty episode where they're kind of spoofing Hellraiser.
Oh yeah, right.
Where like the guys, the more hurt people are, they get pleasure from it. So, yep.
And then I'm looking over here at our Diamond fan, our pal, Big Dev, says breastfeeding in public and sex work. Baby's got to eat. Hand job is still a job.
Sure enough. Dev just wants to whip him out in public. Is all it is.
Yeah.
He can finally wear those lactation shirts. You know, they have the little snappies to unveil the nips.
Yeah, like that was just in a menstruating shirt. God, how bad is your period?
Well, or how does that shirt menstruate? It's like
Jesus, it's haunted.
It's made from parts, like those eyes from the car.
A lactating shirt.
Yeah. Oh my! Yeah,
that's a whole different that's a whole different style of fashion.
Unless it's like a onesie or something. Yeah, maybe a long T-shirt. Yikes, man.
Yeah. But we got nothing on the Instagram. We got some likes, but no answers.
Ooh.
So as the usual.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
All right. Well, I have Cheeto's answer, and
the man, the myth, the legend.
He
himself?
said like. Yep. Said like we both said, stop being ashamed of who you are. So that really is the ultimate answer, but I'm going to throw out a few others. Your job. I had a dude tell me shamefully that he repaired dish machines at restaurants. I was like, man, that's awesome because I manage a restaurant and we can't do our jobs without you doing yours. Let me buy you a beer.
Nice.
Asking for help. Don't be ashamed to ask when something is out of your level of knowledge. It doesn't mean that you're stupid. It doesn't mean you're stupid. You just haven't been taught how to do something. Ask for help and be willing to learn. Being unwilling to learn makes you stupid. And don't be ashamed of going bald. Be ashamed that you're trying to hang on to those wispies on your dome. Shave that shit and wear a hat because you like to, not because you're hiding.
Brother.
Yep.
Brother.
Oh, or the fact that you like shitty beer. Just own it.
Oh.
I agree.
Speaking of shitty beer, Brian, I forgot to bring this up. So we're going to have to just start the podcast over, I'll tell you.
Okay,
cut,
fair enough.
Places.
Hey, enthusiasts. Welcome to episode 581 of the Salty Language Good Time Variety Hour. I'm Brian.
Sexy
with
podcast.
me is
Sorry.
That's right. No, nothing. All right. Anyway.
So if we go into the Wayback Machine to when I went and saw the Pink Floyd show, okay, I'm gonna mind you at dinner, I had a delicious Oktoberfest followed by a delicious hazy IPA. Amazing.
Right.
We get to the theater. The lady comes up. She's like, "Oh, do you guys want anything from the bar?" And Jen got a cocktail. Her friend got a cocktail, and I'm like, Michelle got a Coke. And I'm like, "What do you got beer wise?" Bud Light and Mick Ultra. I was like, all right, I guess I'll take a Mick Ultra. That is one of the worst beers I've ever had in my life.
But you got to stay skinny while you were drinking.
Dude, it was a 12-ounce bottle. $8 for a Mick Ultra.
Oof.
Guess how much Jen and her friends' cocktails cost?
Well, if a beer was $8, I'm guessing their cocktails were probably 16.
$8. I should have got a cocktail.
You kidding me? Wow. Usually
got a Jack
cocktails
and Coke or something, or a Jack and Rice ice.
Jacking off. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I just had when you said shitty beer, all these memories came flooding to my head.
That's mind blowing that a cocktail was. I mean, were they like super watered down? Because I mean, like a shot of something's usually like $6 at a normal bar for like Jack. So at a place like that, you would assume, probably 10 or so bucks for that same shot.
Wow. No, $8 for everything. Like $3 for the Coke. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Tio says Ultra is horrible. My condolences.
Yeah, I don't think I've never had one. I have no real interest in it.
You shouldn't. Not unless you want to know what like asshole tastes like.
I don't unless that's only if I'm going to your donut place. Hair of the donut.
Sorry. Back to what we're talking about.
Well, we were on the Q of the W. You said you had this week's Q of the W.
I can hear one of my dogs whining for some reason. Poe.
Sorry. Yes, Tony.
It's because Michelle's home. I just heard the door beep and click open. God,
that'll do it.
Like I thought something horrible was happening downstairs.
Probably. It's no big deal.
So yeah, this week's QW, Brian, I saw an imager. It's you are kidnapped. 2 hours later, you're returned because you can't stop talking about.
Dude, I mean, I think everybody who knows me knows what mine's going to be. It's going to be pro wrestling.
All right, fair enough.
Because I'm just going to start off at some point talking about it, and I'll just.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Because I strike up conversations with people all the time in places, and then it always seems to pull into wrestling, and then we talk about wrestling forever.
Right.
So
fair enough.
It's probably going to be that. Either that, or it's going to be angry grocery store stories.
I mean, it's like that's half our podcast usually.
Right.
This fucker got turkey, the last packet I wanted, and I was there first.
Well, if you remember, a lot of these stories started with deli
rage. Why I said
remember?
Turkey.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it was like a subtle callback.
It was. Actually, I think that episode was called Deli Rage.
I mean, it's come
mistaken.
up a lot, but I'm pretty sure, Pretty sure you're right.
So, that's an old call, though. Probably, like 8 or 10 years ago,
for me, it'd probably be like, craft beer or like Untapped shit. Because when I went to the Casual Pint yesterday to fill my growler, and they're like, oh my God, it's really coming out foamy. It's going to be a little bit. So I was like, all right, well, I'll take a pint of this and I'll wait and have a beer. And I'm sitting at the bar, and there's people like 2 seats down from me checking in their beers, and they're talking, and they're like talking to the bartender, like, oh my God, we love this Untapped app. And then it comes up, we're almost at 1,000 check-ins, and I'm like, I just felt like the grizzled veteran in the corner, Yeah.
Like, that's cute, kid.
Children.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Like, that's cute, kid. I did that last month.
So I had to put that on our Instagram. But so it'd probably be that kind of dumb shit. Because it happens to me all the time too. I'll be like, people are like, oh my god, so have you ever had odd sides? I'm like, yeah, I've been up to the tap room like twice. I had their award-winning Golden Eagle. Or no, that was a great one. But
Yeah, someone mentions craft beer around you, and you automatically become the one-upper guy.
For sure. I can't help it.
Try it. I know the owner. I talked to.
Oh yeah, I've been to that tap room. Oh yeah, yeah.
I've been in his living room, helped him with some home
I
brews.
can't help it. So yeah, for me, it'd definitely be craft beer.
All right, fair enough. So it looks like I went to our Libsyn and typed in Deli Rage, and the only one I put it in the show notes for was episode 223, which was back in 2015, and it was called Wookie Koozie was the name of the episode, which I zero recollection.
It's because I got a koozie that looked like a Chewbacca. Which now that I think about it, I no longer have.
What?
Yeah,
sad.
It was. I don't have custody.
Yeah, fair enough. Sad. Yeah. Very, very sad. So yeah, seven years ago, we talked about Deli Rage. We've been raging ever since. We've been raging
our whole lives. That's our secret.
Yeah, for sure. We were definitely raging about grocery stores before that, but that was the only one I have documented. Although I know, there were other episodes where, Deli Rage came up. I'm actually surprised I didn't put it in the show notes anywhere else, but oh well.
What are you gonna do, huh? So what we're saying, people, is next week we want to know what. Jesus, I'm all fucked up. We want to know what happened if you got kidnapped and 2 hours later you were returned because you can't stop talking about. ... Soundboard's off. Show me what you got. You wouldn't be able to hear it anyway because this thing's all fucked up.
Nailed it. Right. All right. Well, there you go. That's our program. Make sure you stick around to the end of the show when I give you our word of the week.
Wordle?
Damn
it, I'm going to be Wordle in probably 20 minutes. I can't wait.
I feel like they've changed it. I feel like what they do is they look to see what, if there's common start words, and then they make it difficult for those start words.
They probably get all that information, what people are typing.
Yeah. Because I felt like for a while I was getting a pretty fair, anywhere from, 2 to 5, some rarely 2s, but I could get on 3 decent amount of times. Do I never get it on 3 anymore? It's always closer to 5 now.
All right, Brian, this sells it. We need Wordlecast. It's a daily podcast about our triumphs and tribulations of surrounding Wordle.
We sure don't need
It'd
that.
just be like a 30-second podcast. Yeah, I got it in 4.
It really. Yeah, 3. I got it in 3.
All right, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Yep. Just be not just YouTube shorts.
I mean,
you
probably could actually do that. It'd be
let's not do that.
Fucking terrible, guys.
I would much rather find something else we can do that with.
Sporklecast.
Sporklecast, yeah.
Actually, I did notice that. God, was it Inside the 5? Because I'm looking at their thing. Casual Pint does Sporkle trivia. I'm not 100% sure what day, but if it's on a day that works for us, how do you feel about doing some trivia at the Casual Pint every now and then?
Yeah, I might be up for that. We can go and be very disappointing in trivia.
But it's fun.
Mm-hmm. Until we assemble our team.
Exactly. It's kind of like, that Rick and Morty / any heist movie, right?
Oh, God. Yeah, that's such a great episode.
Drive around the world assembling our trivia team.
Yep.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yep. All right. Head on over to saltylanguage.com. Check out the episodes that we've already posted up over there. You can find all the links for this episode and our social media, and I don't know. There's other stuff, I guess.
There's all kinds of weird shit on our website. Just go to it.
Yeah. Most of it's not related to us. It's just we just let we got hacked and we just don't care. So no, I'm kidding. Yeah. What's this all about? Magic Spirit spring water.
Ooh, you don't say.
No. Anywho, Yeah, if you want to reach out to us on, or actually, I'm sorry, we're part of the Tangentbound Network, which can be found at tangentboundnetwork.com. So please go check out the other shows there. And if you're looking to start a show and need a network, or just need a network for your show, hit them up for that. And if you talk to Mark, I don't know what do you tell him this week, Tony?
Watch out for the cars with the eyeballs.
Yeah, that's good advice. I see one of those things. I don't know how I'm reacting to. I'm probably going to take a pickaxe to him.
Terrifying.
Right, because I always have a pickaxe on me.
For sure. Yeah.
Right. I in my garter.
Exactly.
It's an extendable pickaxe. Oh man. So yeah, if you want to reach out to us on social media, you can find us on Twitter at salty_language. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Stunami.
Find me on Instagram at The Monotony. You can also find me on twitch.tv/allthebeerspod, where nothing's really happening currently. But I'm there, I swear.
Lies.
If you want to watch some bonus content, just dropped some the other day about us talking about Old Bay Goldfish and the Ryan Reynolds vehicle blockbuster, The Green Lantern. Check out our Patreon for a small little subscriber fee. You can get on board, and there's actually a decent amount of content over there. Hopefully, there's going to be more coming up soon, because I have an idea. Yeah,
I don't know if
it's all right. We're not going to discuss it here though, because this is business. This is personal.
Right. Gabagool or something.
Whatever.
Yeah.
If you're watching us on YouTube, please like, subscribe, comment, share. I don't know, tribute, whatever you want to do.
Tribute.
Please don't. Actually.
Oh my.
We're at Salty Language Pod on the YouTubes. Check that out. And of course, Brian and official third Mike Heno. You guys do the Crazy Life.
And Jen.
Yeah. Ticket provider Jen. Yeah. You guys all do the Crazy Life together. Would you like to? I'm going to pass the baton now.
All right. Yeah, where we talk about mental health and just kind of helping to reframe your thinking in life, and just our journeys with whatever it is we're dealing with, whether it's depression, addiction, bipolar, a whole bunch of things. We're all just a giant mess. So, we just try to find a positive way of getting through this mess.
Love it.
No, anyway, but yeah, let's go check us out. Anywhere you find your podcast, The Crazy Life. And yeah, so I guess this week our word is, what are we on, 4? Yeah, we're on 4. Okay. Oh man, I gotta figure out how to say this.
Awesome.
It looks like it's Gads Budlikins.
Gads Budlikins? That sounds like a character from like a fantasy novel. Yeah. Oh, we have to find Gads Budwickin's cottage.
Like, yeah. The meaning is God's body. Another way of saying it is odds bodkins.
What?
Yeah.
So it means God's body, which
again, a lot of this stuff was, it was blasphemous to say God, so they would say, as we learned last week, so they would say Gads or whatever instead. So yeah.
So like, are we talking about CrossFit Jesus, or
maybe
what body we talking about here? Or are we talking about one of those disgusting wafers?
No, I think we're probably thinking the other way. I don't know.
You can't, like the Pope or whoever, fly to a factory and just bless a vat of Funyun goo, and then you have communion Funyuns. And then everything's right in the world. Like I might be like, I might sign up for that cat. Well, I mean, I guess technically I am Catholic, but I'm not. Yeah, I would go check out some Funyun. If they had Funyun communion wafers and like Surge Jesus blood or something.
Well, I'm thinking of like in Dogma, like when they unroll the Buddy Christ campaign. It's similar to that, to where it'd be like communion wafers now with Funyun dust. Ooh. Or new Cheetos communion wafer. Or Cheetos wafers.
You like your body of Christ with a little Cheeto? You
Who
like
doesn't?
your blood of Christ with a little bit of that tangy doozing.
Yeah. Dude, it's the communion wine
Yeah,
code
exactly. Oh God.
red. Wine sponsored by Mountain Dew code red.
That's how the priest has to do it. And this
Yeah.
communion is sponsored by Do Mountain Dew Communion Red.
Right. Yeah, it's communion red. There you
Communion
go.
Red.
Oh shit.
Oh my God.
Oh my.
Do you want Funyun Body of Christ or do you want Flaming Hot? Oh, I'm a Flaming Hot guy.
Flaming hot guy, right? Well, if you're a flaming hot guy, then you're in the right place because you need salvation, my friend. Like, no, I just like
they're
the taste.
delicious. Like, wait, didn't you have a hat on last time? No.
Yeah, no.
He's
And a
already got
mustache?
communion dust in his beard.
Right.
Is that Body of Christ in your beard?
What? No.
Get out of here.
The guy picks at it. I knew it. Like, in those cop movies, whenever they taste the cocaine,
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, that's
He just
real.
sticks a knife in his face. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's flaming hot Body of Christ if I've ever had it before. Boys, arrest him.
The guy's he goes to run. Altar boys shut the doors.
Oh
man, cops come crashing through the
well,
windows.
yeah. I'll dress like Chester Cheetah. Because why not?
Of course. Wait.
Sexy Chester Cheetah. Not that new age shit we got now.
What? You don't like him now?
No, he's too 3D for me.
Yeah, I liked him back more, and he was more like a heroin addict.
For sure.
He was like super skinny and also nude for whatever reason.
Yeah, except his sunglasses.
Wore sunglasses, but nothing else. Yeah. Oh, and shoes.
He did
had
have shoes,
I think.
yeah.
No. Yeah. I was gonna say I don't know if he always had shoes, but he definitely had shoes at some point. I don't know. You would have thought I'm sure in the '90s he wore some like jean jacket or something because
guaranteed.
Extreme. He should have had like a flannel tied around his waist.
Well, I mean, yeah. If you wanted to have like grunge Cheetos.
Yeah. Who doesn't? Wait, that sounds pretty
awful.
gross. Those sound like Cheetos you find in like in between the seats of your couch or something. The grunge Cheetos. Because they pick up God only knows what else on them, Probably. All right. Well, there you go. So again, the word for the week is, I forgot what it is.
Gad bollocks or something.
Gad's No, I don't think it's bollocks. I mean, maybe. But anyway, so until next week, have a beer. You'll be fine.
Oh man, stay salty, everybody. I wish I had more, but there's so much happening in the show. I can't even keep my brain straight.
No, that's it, man. That's what we do. Boom. Nice low energy exit.
Thanks, Cheeto, for watching. I'm ending the stream. We'll see you on the flip side, brother.
See ya.